Hey, welcome back to my channel, and today I got a Shosi store package. It's Arcee, Yolopark Arcee. So yeah, this is actually pretty cool. And hey, we have batteries down here. So let me open this. Let's see, from up here, yeah, it has some tape down here. So we can open up. Okay, then a big piece of tape over here. Aha, I brought my knife to make this easier for myself. Aha, there you go. Okay, so careful with the batteries. So yeah, it's pretty cool that they actually included batteries with this girl. And here's the box. So yeah, the artwork is actually pretty cool. You can see has this rainbow chrome sticker right here. I don't know what it says. Yolopark, AMK Pro Series, Yolopark. Then all these details, Arcee, cool. Then down here has diecast Arcee, AMK Pro Series, 16 centimeters model kits. On the side, Prime and Arcee, Yolopark. The logo of Transformers Rise of the Beast, pretty cool. Arcee, Transformers Rise of the Beast. On the other side, Transformers. And the logos on the back. Basically, the frame and the armor pieces, and then the final result with the base right here, and then that you can switch the faces, then the guns, accessories, extra hands and extra face, and then stuff. And yeah, and then on the top, Transformers logo, bottom, Yolopark. And this, I believe this has a sleeve. Yes, it does. This is actually my first Yolopark figure ever, so this is actually all new for me. It's kind of weird. It's a big old box for a small figure, but hey, why not? But yeah, has this artwork, Arcee right here, and a little motorcycle right there. That's cool, right there. All chrome, diecast, Yolopark. This side, pretty cool, you know. It's actually super cool. Ooh, I love that. All chrome right here. Ooh, that's nice. Top, and then back here, basically saying, you know, doesn't need glue or painting or tools. It's all in here. Then the front, the back, the red pieces I think are the die-cast pieces. So yeah. Yeah, I was right. Red parts marked as die-cast materials. Okay, yeah, I was right. But yeah, let's see if we can open that up. Has some tape. I need my knife. So yeah, this is gonna be basically the unboxing, and it's gonna be the actual review of this girl. So let's open this up carefully. Okay. So yeah, I cannot wait to see what's up with this. And it has some goodies in there. What is it? Let's see. Okay, is that it? Yeah, that's it. So what do we have in there? Okay, thanks for choosing Yolopark. For after sales service, scan that code. Okay, then another language. Then we have, is it a pin? Yeah, it's a pin. Oh, and there's some artwork back here of the actual movie. Arcee, Wheeljack, or Pablo, Cheetor, and Optimus Primal. Okay, actually pretty cool. Yeah, and then the other thing that was in there was basically instructions. Yeah, the instruction. Oh, yeah, I love that artwork. Yeah, these are basically the instructions. It's all laid out. Then the base. Okay, how to interchange the face pieces and how to put the batteries on. Okay. Okay, and how the pieces are laid out. Okay. Has 2 trays. So the first tray and then the second tray that has the stand, accessories, and let's start working on the assembly. And I'm sorry guys, I tried to film, to actually get it in camera, the build, but things didn't work out, you know, the camera angles didn't work, so I needed to delete that part, and here's the final result. Let's take a look at the actual figure, and she looks actually pretty cool. Let's get into the details, if the camera focuses. There you go. So yeah, there you go. The face is actually not that bad. You know, there's a Audible logo right there, blue paint there, orange, gunmetal gray, some pink right there, and you know, some panel lining here and there, even a little bit of battle damage here and there, you know, subtle battle damage, you know, pretty cool. Going on the back, you know, yeah, pretty cool. The wheels do roll kind of freely, you know, yeah, pretty freely. Yeah, more battle damage right here, you know, a lot of panel lining. Yeah, and it's even super movie accurate that has this type of detail right here, and the other side it's not the same. You know, I love that. Some gold in there, gold trim right here separating the white from the red. Some gunmetal gray there, white, gold, silver, pink right there. And actually this piece right here is actually soft plastic, so when you're actually articulating it, it will not break, you know, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, has gold paint. It says Arcee instead of Ducati, because why get the license of a vehicle if she doesn't transform? You know, some red here and some little wash right here. Pretty cool. Even some detail right here. You know, so yeah, and right here some yellow, you know, pistons. So yeah, that's actually pretty cool. And there some die cast pieces right there. These are die cast. The feet right here is die cast. These pieces are die cast. So yeah, she has a lot of die cast pieces and has a lot of articulation, you know. So yeah, let's take a look at the articulation. So articulation wise, the head is in a ball joint down here, but not on the head. Kind of weird, but sure, I guess. But yeah, up about that far, down about that far. Rotation, because of this handlebar ponytails that she has, kind of weird. You know, it gets stuck in there, but you know, it's possible to do a 360. Does have a pretty good tilt, so yeah, it's not necessary the upper ball joint up there like other figures. These pieces are in a hinge right here and a hinge right there, so that moves like this and that moves like that. That's pretty cool. And the wheels are in hinges that can go up and down like that. That's pretty cool. The arms are in a ball joint at the, well, in there's a hinge and then a ball joint and then another hinge right here. So with all of that, yeah, it has a lot of rotation, and this actually moves out of the way. So yeah, that moves out of the way, and then with all that joints, it can move all the way like that. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, and then this can move all the way. Just be careful with this, not scrape anything. But yeah. And it does have, because of all those hinges, the arms can go in like that. So yeah, she can cross her arms. So that's pretty cool. And it does have a pretty tight bicep swivel. You need to put that together, and it was way too tight. But yeah, and it does have a double jointed elbow. It can go all the way like that. And the wrist is on a ball joint, so it can go like this, rotate the full 360, in and out, you know. You can go all of that, you know. Now the torso is kind of limited, you know. It does have a spring loaded right here, which if you bring it in, you can make her crunch forward about there, and it actually reveals some detail right here. So yeah, from right here, push it in and it reveals all of that. So that's pretty cool. And can go side to side a little bit, and rotation, that's all the rotation you have. But if you push it in, it goes a little bit more, just a little bit more, but it's gonna scrape that gold paint right there, so don't do that that frequent. The legs do have drop down hinges on die cast like that, and that allows us to bring the legs about that far back, about that far out, let me see, out that far. But without the drop down hinge you can bring it out, but only goes about there. But you know, that looks weird and that looks kind of natural. So yeah, which one do you prefer, drop down or not drop down? I prefer this one, more fluid. But yeah, go. It does have a bicep a thigh swivel that you put together. This is super tight to put that together, but you know, can do that, you know. And then the knees, actually pretty cool. It reveals some detail when you bend it, and it's double jointed, so there you go. You can go all the way like that, and you can see it reveals some die cast pieces. So that's pretty cool. And then the feet, it can go down that far, up that far, almost nothing. A lot of tiltage, that's pretty cool. And the rotation, that's super tight because you need to put that together and it's super tight. So I'm glad. And also the ball joints for the arms are super duper tight. I'm glad I didn't put that on camera. So yeah, do some comparisons. So first of all, the Blockies Arcee. And yeah, I didn't film the build process on her either, so yeah, stay tuned for her review. But the build process, yeah, go watch a video on how to put this girl together, and also this girl, you know. And there's instructions, so it's not necessary for me to make a video about the build for them, so whatever. Because to film that, yeah, I'm not good at filming how to build things, so yeah. But you know, here's the comparison, and this was good-ish at its time, you know. It scaled it well enough with Studio Series figures, but you know, the head was too big, and you know, the proportions were not correct. Those thighs were too short, and the rest of the legs were way too long. This is correct. But yeah, there you go. And my custom Arcee Studio Series, which I am not finished, but with her it's gonna be way faster because now I have in-hand details that I can see. And yes, she can actually stand, but it's kind of struggling because she doesn't have actual feet. Okay, there you go. And yeah, of course, this is the actual size of the Studio Series Arcee. So yeah, but yeah, there you go, kinda feet. But yeah, we are gonna compare these two later on with the, you know, accessories with the guns and all that stuff. Also with her because she has lights, and she also has lights. Spoiler alert, yes, lights, but this one is with motion if you hit her like this. So yeah, and her is with a magnet. I'll show you that later. Let's take a look at the accessories. So let's talk about, well, the light up feature first. And we do have this Autobot symbol with a magnet attached on the back. So what you do is just tap it once and it turns on. It's actually pretty bright. Then you tap it again. It blinks for some reason. That's more for guns, I guess. But like, sure, I guess. And then tap it again and it's pulsing. So like, why not? And then tap it again and it turns off. So yeah, let's compare it with the Blockies one. And the Blockies one, just do that and it turns on. This is more like a darker blue. This is more like a lighter blue. But you know, that's pretty cool. And this is directly on the head, and the Blockies one is actually in the chest with a clear plastic ball joint for the head, and then the face in there, the eyes is clear plastic, so it shoots the light up to the head and it lights up. But the chest lights up too. But yeah, you know, pretty cool. The rest of the review, I think I'm just gonna leave it like this with the eyes like that. Well, even though, totally forgot to show you. Let me see. They actually painted the eyes blue. So if you have the eyes off, you know, she doesn't look dead. So yeah. Oh yeah, and there's some clear plastic right here for the window. I mean, not the window, the windshield of the motorcycle. Now let's take a look at the base. We have this big old rod right here. And then the actual base. So yeah, there you go. And this is basically the same base for the other, like the other AMK Pro. Base has some silver and gold right there, and then the robot symbol has a tab right there that can go right here if you really wanted to. Boom, there you go, and you can just grab the figure and boom, and the eyes do turn off automatically. So boom, you know, so yeah, pretty cool. And then the base just screws in. Here's the screw right there. It screws in right here, but I'm not gonna do that right now. I don't really care about this because this is way too tall for her. Okay, and this plugs in to her. Yeah, you take that panel off right here and then plug this in there. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that because I don't want to. Then some accessories are her guns. So yeah, you know, pretty cool. You know, has all of these details, has red and silver in there, some silver right here. You know, so yeah, pretty cool. And we get two of these and compare them with my custom Arcee. Pretty similar. You know, if I take them off right here, they're pretty similar. You know, the guy that 3D printed this got really close to the design. You know, I don't know if this is accurate, that part, but the Yolopark technically does have it. Yeah, a little bit. But yeah, you know, actually pretty accurate, pretty close. Doesn't have this parts, but it doesn't really matter. But yeah, there you go. And how to implement the actual guns, you just need to take off the hand that you have on. And there's an actual way to actually put it correctly. This piece needs to go in like this. So this actually goes on the other hand. And this one goes on this hand. And the eye just turned off. But it's just in a ball joint, just plug it in and there you go. So yeah, you can do that, and because in a ball joint, you know, you can do that and all that stuff. But there you go, and it doesn't have lights or anything, but that's fine. But there you go. Now she has one gun. I'm not gonna put both guns because why? And the other accessories that she has is a different head sculpt. This is more like humanized, I guess, because it doesn't have a lot of details like this other one. You can see right here has like the chin detail right here and more details around the face. And on this one, it's It's more smooth. Like it doesn't really have any detail. And then another accessory is a different forehead piece that has the visor. Let me try to actually put it on camera. So just take it off. And yeah, there you go. And now to put the other one, which is actually all full clear plastic, and they just painted it over, if you were curious about. So you just tab it in like that, and there you go. She has the visor. And yeah, it does actually glow pretty cool. Not like in the movie. Let's see, to screw on the flight stand, it's just a screw. How difficult it's gonna be, you know. You know, you can do this, and there you go. But I'm not really gonna use it, but there you go. Just take the figure, boom. But yeah, how I was saying, if we can see, this is not the correct way that it glows. Like in the movie it glows like purple-ish, because pink and blue is basically like red and blue, purple. So yeah, but you know, it's good enough. And yeah, and just be careful, the paint that they use, it's kind of fragile. So yeah, this is not for playing or anything. I scuffed that paint off. It was like this, but then yeah, I accidentally scratched it off to see how durable was the paint, and yeah, it was not durable at all. So yeah, just be careful, but yeah, I already showed you how the guns work. Now the hands is pretty simple. It's just in a ball joint, you know. So yeah, there you go. And out of the box, you know, and put her back there. There's 3 pairs of hands. So let me take them out of the tray. Yeah, there you go. The hands, this is how much hands you get. So 3 pairs of hands, because out of the box it only is like this. So yeah, only 3 pairs, which are open hands, which were the ones that I actually put on the whole video. And then these ones that is just like reaching for something, you know. Oops. You know, so yeah, pretty cool. And then fistic hands. So yeah, that's pretty cool. And every single one just pegs on with a ball joint. So yeah. So let me put the hands back into place. Boom. You know, the open hands, because why not? Okay, and before I forget, she does have toe joints. I totally forgot to show you guys when it was the articulation segment. Yes, she does have toe joints. Okay, and yeah, now some gimmicks that she has, you know, the lights, and also that you can actually take off the wheel. You bring this out and out of the way. This, you just take it out. It's ports right there. So yeah, just take them off. Take it off. There you go. And then this is just gonna rotate it, and there's a slot there for this post right there. So you just tap it in, and there you go. And then same over here, rotate it, port, tab. What I don't like about this is that the actual tab or post or whatever is painted, and I'm scared that that's gonna be like that. You know, that's gonna scrape it. But yeah, there you go. The wheels are on her legs now. Yay. And yeah, that I guess gives them more stability. But yeah, there you go. The wheels do spin, you know, freely. So yeah, you know, you can recreate some poses. So let me put her into a cool pose for the closing. And yeah, I guess this is gonna be the pose that I'm gonna put her on for the thumbnail. And I guess I'm gonna show you how to actually put this on to the stand. You just take this off from right there, that gap filler, and then just plug her there into the stand, and there you go. Subscribe, like, and comment down below if you can actually get this girl. Let me fix her arm. Actually, more like that. There you go. And yeah, so this is me saying goodbye, and see you guys in the next video. Bye.